this Thursday, Doreen Bogdan-Martin, the Director of Telecommunication Development at the International Telecommunication Union, ITU, announced that 360 pledges worth $18.5 billion in value investments have been made through the Partner to Connect platform launched 2 days ago in Kigali. Convergence Partners, a Pan-African tech-focused private equity player through its digital infrastructure fund, has pledged to invest more than $250 million over the next 5 years to improve availability, quality, capacity, and affordability of digital infrastructure in sub-Saharan Africa for over 1 billion people. Shortly after announcing his pledge, a South African businessman, Andile Ngcaba, the executive chairman and one of the founders of the Convergence Partners, sat down for an interview with RB's Athan Tashobya and started by asking him about the impact of Kigali hosting the Africa's first ever ITU World Telecommunication Development Conference.
We are taking stock here as to what is required to get to that 100% connectivity. There are big cities today in Africa that they are growing. Africa is urbanizing. So these are issues that have been discussed here. So what does this actually mean? I think it is a point of taking stock. It is a point where all of us, we need to collaborate as government, private sector, academia, society, to say, how are we going to work together in the next 8 years to get to that point of connecting everybody in the continent? That's really what the crux of the conversation are all about here.
Mr. Andile, if we are talking about that and what needs to be done, I think Convergence Partners, you're on your way to doing something huge.
Yes.
You're pledging $250
million
to be dispersed in the next 5 years.
Yes.
First of all, what does that mean? Let's actually start with the pledge in itself.
Yes.
And what pushed that pledge?
So we have been investing in technology in Africa for the last 19 years, right? Next year we're celebrating our 20 years. I'll give you a few examples of companies we've invested in. SICOM, for instance, the submarine cable that connects from South Africa to Mozambique, Tanzania, Kenya, Sudan, Djibouti, right up Egypt, right up to France, and then it branches to India. Just one example of an investment we did about 10 years ago. And today, that cable carries most of the traffic of East Africa, most of the internet traffic in East Africa. Second one, we have invested in a company called C-Squared, which is in Kenya, is in Uganda, Ghana, DRC, etc. We build fiber between cities, basically. There are many other examples. A company called Inc. that provides internet services in Malawi, in Zambia, in Nigeria, in South Africa, etc. So we are continuing the journey we have been in. Now, what are the three most important things that we are looking at for this 250 million? One, data centers are very important. We are looking at building and investing in data centers. Why data centers? We're generating content, as me and you speak, that's going to be on television, that's going to be on the internet. That content needs data center to be put in. I mean, young people are generating movies, etc. You need data centers. Business, they need data centers, etc. The second one is that of putting optic fiber into your house, into an office, into that business. That's the second most important area which we are going to be investing in. The third one, artificial intelligence. You know that people are talking about the metaverse, Web3, basically. People are talking about all these new things, the digital twins. We cannot be left behind in getting into the metaverse. in getting into Web3. Those are 3 examples: data centers, fiber, Web3, as examples of companies that we will be investing in building over the next 5 years and beyond, of course.
Interesting. What kind of Africa do you envision? In a very few words.
In very simple terms.
Yeah.
By 2036, there will be 2 billion of us in the continent. 2 billion. And we will have the largest population of young people. By 2040, we will be the most digital continent in the world. I've been in this industry now, for a very long time. And I've seen this growth. And when I say this to people, that cities like Kigali are going to be major cities of tech in the world. It's happening. We have, what we call the demographic dividend. Young people who are smart, who are hungry, who are building interesting platforms. This is where Africa is going. It's not something that, is theoretical. It's going to happen. That is why we're investing in the continent.
Very lastly, for someone who is watching RwandaTV right now, what should they expect from the $250 million you're pledging towards digital technology in Africa?
Watch the space for a data center that will come. I'm not going to mention the place for now.
Mr. Andile Ngcaba, who is the executive chairman of Convergence Partners, thank you so much for finding time to speak to us on RwandaTV.
Thank you.